Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here, and welcome back to a new Ninjago Prime Empire episode review here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at episode 3 of Prime Empire, entitled Level 13. Like we normally do for these episode reviews, we're going to start off the video by talking about some of the positive things that I enjoyed about the episode, then we'll jump into some of the not so good things, and then at the end of the video, I'll be giving the episode a score out of 10. So let's go ahead and jump right into it here. We did get episode 3 of Prime Empire in English, so let's go ahead and talk about some of the good things that I enjoyed first things first. Well, for starters, some of the stuff that I enjoyed were the returning characters that actually appeared in this episode for the first time in several seasons, especially Cyrus Borg, because Cyrus Borg, the ninja, have to go to him in order to figure out how the Prime Empire machine works, and he sort of gives the ninja a breakdown and analysis of what's going on within the game. At the same time, the mechanic is breaking out of prison, and he has several older Ninjago villains by his side, including such notable faces as Ultraviolet, Captain Soto, and of course Fugitive from the last season. Fugitive doesn't really do a whole lot, but we'll get into him very, very soon. But it was pretty funny seeing all these old villains come back and sort of help out the mechanic. They don't really get too far, and the most, I guess, interesting thing about the episode, at least for things that are returning, was definitely Cyrus Borg and Borg Tower and the White Ninjroids, all that kind of stuff we have not seen, I believe, since season 10, so it was kind of nice seeing Cyrus Borg back in action, and it was cool seeing him around. Some other stuff that I enjoyed were some actually funny jokes, and this episode has a lot in common with episode 4 of Ninjago, which I'll be talking about very soon, in the sense that they do have a lot of genuinely funny moments and actual humor that's pretty well written. So I like that. There's a reference to Spider-Man 3, I believe, when Fugitive is walking down the street. They reference that infamous scene from Spider-Man 3, so that's pretty cool, all things considered. The ninja do, of course, fight in this episode quite an exceptional amount. It's pretty cool seeing them all fight off these older villains, and there are some actual explanations to what's going on within Prime Empire. But of course, this episode is not perfect. There was several bits of awkward dialogue throughout the episode, and it kind of felt like I was watching a filler episode of season 11, to the point where there's, not a whole lot going on, and characters like Fugitive and Ultraviolet are back, and at this point they're basically used for filler, so not too sure how I feel about that. The entire episode kind of felt like a filler episode, but it wasn't. It was actually important to the plot because there were a lot of explanations, and some of the explanations made by Borg make a lot of sense, but some of them kind of don't. I mean, they did explain why Zane and Pixel aren't allowed to enter Prime Empire, and it's kind of what I predicted. It's because of their hardware and their wiring, so I guess that's something, but I don't really feel like it's a necessary thing to leave them out of the game, and I also don't feel like it's that much of a necessary thing to keep on explaining the same things over and over again. But the episode really doesn't do that too much, and what I primarily had a problem with was some of the awkward dialogue and the fact that the episode itself felt like a filler episode, even though it kind of really wasn't. But overall, this episode was pretty solid, all things considered. Not a whole lot happened in this episode in terms of, I guess, story development, but the ninja did enter Prime Empire finally, so that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and give this episode an 8.5 out of 10 for everything I just listed in this review. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought about this episode, and leave all your thoughts and opinions on the video down below as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including, once again, the Marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.